Have you ever looked at your kitchen scraps and wondered if you're just throwing away something valuable? Well, today we're going to dive into how a simple piece of what most people call trash can be turned into an amazing all-natural power-up for your garden. It's time for a little kitchen alchemy. Oh man, I think we've all been there, right? You've spent months babying this tomato plant, it's loaded with these gorgeous green fruits, and just as they're starting to get that perfect red blush, you spot it. That awful, black, mushy spot on the bottom. It's just heartbreaking, isn't it? And your mind just starts racing, doesn't it? What is this? What's attacking my plant? Is it some kind of blight? Some terrible soil fungus that's about to wipe out my whole garden? You immediately start thinking you've got to fight back against some invisible invader. But what if I told you it's not an attack from the outside at all? What if it's actually a message coming from the inside? Your plant isn't being invaded, it's trying to tell you it's missing something really, really important. So this all-too-common tragedy actually has a name, and once you understand what it is, you're on the path to beating it for good. That's it right there. It's called blossom end rot. And the key thing to get is that it's not a disease. It's not a pest. It's simply the plant saying, hey, I can't build this fruit properly because I don't have enough calcium right now. So why calcium? What makes it so special? To really get why our little kitchen trick works so well, we gotta look at what calcium actually does for a plant. You know, you can think of calcium as the mortar between the bricks of a house. It's the glue that holds all the plant cells together. It's what makes the stem strong and what gives fruits that firm, healthy texture. Without enough of it, the whole structure just gets weak and starts to collapse, which is exactly what you're seeing with blossom end rot. Okay, so right about now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, I do this. I crush up my eggshells and put them in the garden. And look, that's a great instinct. It really is. But here's the catch. Raw eggshells are calcium carbonate. They're basically tiny rocks. It can take months, sometimes even years, for the soil to break them down into something the plant can actually use. By then, your tomato season is long over. We need a fast track. We need that calcium to be available, like, now. And that's where this amazing stuff comes in. Water-Soluble Calcium, or WCA for short. It's a brilliant technique from Korean natural farming that uses a simple acid, like vinegar, to pull the calcium right out of the eggshells. This makes it instantly ready for your plants to drink up. All right, it is time to put on our alchemist hats. Let's go through the step-by-step process of turning that eggshell trash into what a lot of gardeners literally call liquid gold. And you know what the best part is? You probably have all this stuff in your kitchen right now. A handful of eggshells, some vinegar, brown rice vinegar is the traditional choice, but apple cider or even just plain white vinegar work great, a glass jar, and something to cover it, like a paper towel with a rubber band. That's it. Super simple. So here's how it's done in 6 easy steps. First, you collect and rinse your shells. Then, and this is super important, you roast them in a dry pan. We'll get to why in just a sec. Then you crush them up, mix them with vinegar in your jar, cover it, and just let it do its thing in a dark spot for about a week. After that, you just strain out the liquid, bottle it up, and boom, you've got your concentrate. Okay, let's talk about that roasting step. Do not skip this. Seriously. You know that thin little membrane on the inside of an eggshell? If you don't burn that off, it's gonna rot in the vinegar and make the whole batch go bad. Roasting also sterilizes the shells and makes them way easier to crush. It's a win-win. Now for the fun part. The moment you pour that vinegar over the roasted shells, the whole thing just erupts in this amazing cascade of bubbles. That fizzing you see, that's chemistry in action. It's the vinegar dissolving the calcium and releasing carbon dioxide. It's the visual proof that your alchemy is working. It's so cool to watch. Okay, so you've made your magical concentrate. Now comes the important part, how to actually use this liquid gold in your garden so it helps and doesn't hurt your plants. And I cannot stress this enough. This stuff is powerful. It is a super acidic concentrate. If you use it straight out of the jar, you will burn your plants. You have to dilute it. So what's the magic number? You ready for this? It's 1 to 1,000. Yeah, 1 to 1,000. I know, it sounds like a crazy small amount, but that's just a testament to how potent this stuff really is. So to put that in real-world terms, we're talking about 1 single teaspoon of your concentrate mixed into a whole gallon of water. That's it. This little bottle you made, it's gonna last you a really, really long time.
The absolute best way to use it is as a foliar spray. That means you spray it right onto the leaves. Do it early in the morning or late in the afternoon when the sun isn't too intense. For your tomatoes and peppers, you want to start spraying about once a week as soon as you see the first flowers pop up. This gets ahead of the problem. It's also awesome for making leafy greens like lettuce and kale extra crispy, and it's a great little pick-me-up for any plant that's just looking a bit weak.
You know, what's so cool about this is that this simple little project is so much more than just a garden trick. It's really a way of thinking. It taps into a much bigger, more sustainable worldview. And that's the real magic right there. You're not just making fertilizer, you're taking part in this beautiful, sustainable cycle. You're taking something that was waste, closing the loop, and turning it into a resource that feeds your plants, which in turn are going to feed you. That is the heart of permaculture in action. So that really leaves us with one final thought. We've just proved that eggshells aren't trash. So what else? What other stuff in your home that you throw away every single day is actually a hidden resource, just waiting for a little bit of its own kitchen alchemy?